guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a look using the Latte Palette and contouring full face glam. If you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the squad. So to start off, I'm going to be using the Mercer Radiance primer. And I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and just make 3 little dots on each cheek where I highlight, on my nose. Same thing on this side of my face that I did on the other, then back on my nose, on my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. Now I'm just going to blend this out really well. That's one of the most important things about your makeup, is making sure that you are completely blended out so there is no harsh lines, and so your makeup applies evenly when you're using primer. Now I'm going to be using the NYX Photo Living Primer in Anti-Redness because I do have some redness on my face. So I'm just going to put it everywhere that I did not put the first primer. And then blend it out really well too. Remember, no harsh lines. Now I'm going to take this Milk Blur Stick. I got this one in the Sephora selfie kit, so that is why it's a little bit smaller. And I'm just going to take it and rub it all over my face in stripes like this, on my nose, on my cheeks, and on my forehead. And then I'm just going to rub it in very well too. Now I'm going in with a red color corrector from Maybelline. I'm going to put it under my eyes to hide those dark circles. Just like this, and then I'm going to go up on my forehead next to where that little spot is and cover it up. Now I'm just going to blend in my foundation. I didn't realize it had stopped filming until I was editing it, but that's the only part it got. But I used the Malini foundation. Now I'm going in with the Revlon concealer, and I'm going to take it under my eyes, like this, and like bring it out and down to help cover up those dark under eyes and brighten up the face. And then I'm going to take it on my forehead and down my nose to highlight, on my Cupid's bow, and on my cheeks. Now I'm going to be blending it out. Remember, blend, blend, blend. Just make sure you have it all blended out really well so there is no harsh lines. Just make sure everything is completely blended out like I'm doing here. Now for my brows, I'm going to be using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 3. I'm going to start off by brushing them up and then combing the top back over so they will look natural. Now that my brows are done and I concealed them, we will move on to the eyeshadow. I'm going to start out with the Urban Decay Original Primer, rubbing it all over my eyes. Then we'll blend it out as well. Or a blender. When you blend it out, it just helps keep your makeup from creasing. Now I'm going to be using the Dominique Cosmetics Latte Palette. Super pretty. It looks like this on the inside. It has 10 colors, and they're all super pigmented and are really pretty. So to start off, I'm going to be using a Kylie flat brush. I'm going to go into the shade Vanilla Cream and just work it all over the lid. Just like this. And I blend it all the way up to my eyebrows. Now I'm going to take a Morphe brush. I grabbed the wrong Morphe brush the first time, sorry. But I'm going to be taking the color Caramel and working it into the crease. It is a very nice transition shade. So I'm just going to blend it into the crease on both eyes. And just make sure you have it really blended out so there is no harsh color lines. After you have that blended out, it is going to look like this. And we're just going to touch up this side a little bit to make sure it's even with the other side. Now I'm going in with another Morphe brush, and I'm going to be using the shade Pumpkin Spice. The Morphe brushes that I used here were not numbered. I got them in a set, so they just say Morphe on them. But I'm also going to work the Pumpkin Spice shade into the crease as well. Just make sure it's blended out. When you're using these shades, always make sure that each eye is even. These are very pigmented shades, so it will not take a lot. After you do that, now we are going to go into the shade Hazelnut and work it into the crease as well. The brush I just showed you was a Lexi brush, and it is brush 249. So I'm just going to blend it in on the crease, but I'm not going to take it all the way in because it is a darker color. So just blending it in on both creases, but not taking it all the way in completely. I still take it over almost all the way, but I don't get it done closer to my lip. Now I'm going to take a Estee Lauder brush in the shade Mocha and work it on the outer V. It's more of a darker brown. This will take your look from a daytime look to a nighttime look very easily. Just make sure you have these colors blended out really well because they are darker shades. So just keep blending that and make sure it's really blended out. And I like to bring it out a little bit so it makes my eyeshadow look a little bit like wider out and my eyes look more open. Now that I have done that, I'm going to take the shade Macchiato and work it onto the lids. I'm using a Sephora limited edition mini mask brush to use this, but any flat brush will work. These, I'm just barely going into the coloring. As you can see, that these are very pigmented. I'm just going to work it in there very nice. Just like this, and I add a few layers just to make sure it really pops. But you would be perfectly fine using only one. When you're done, it will look like this. Now I'm going to go in with the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced and just work it onto my lashes. I do these motions with it because it helps make your lashes look longer than what they are. Now for the other eye, I'm going to put a little bit more onto my mascara brush and go back over them. Now I'm going to take Kat Von D translucent powder and work it under the eyes around my eyeshadow so that it will cover up any fallout that happened. Now moving on to contour. I'm using a Revlon concealer. Those of you shaded darker than what color I am. I'm taking it on my cheeks, on my nose. This right here on my nose will make my nose look slimmer. That will make it look a little bit more pointier on the end. And I'm going to go on my forehead to make it look a little smaller on my temples. Now I'm going to go on my jawline. And then I'm going to go down my neck like this to help cover up my double chin. Now that I have that blended out, I'm going to go in with the Rockatur blush from Benefit. Looks like this. It's like a pink shade. I'm going to take it on a Minnie Mouse brush. I come in that collection and just work it onto my cheeks. I'm now going to go in with the Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit. Work it on my cheeks and on my nose. I didn't show you guys this palette because mine is broken and it looks a little sad right now because I have one shade that completely busted out. Then some of the other ones I have fixed so it's not very pretty. Now I'm going to take this Kylie Jenner lipstick in Cocoa K and start by lining my lips. My bottom lip, I overline it a little bit to make it seem a little bit bigger, and then I just color it in. Then I do the same thing on the top. Just like this. And I make sure I cover up all my lip. Now I'm going to take the Cocoa K liquid matte lip and rub it all over my lips as well. Then I like to go back over when I'm completely done with this pink lipstick. This is a NYC one. After I let that dry, and I just put it in the middle like this. And put it on the top as well. This video, and if you want to see more like this, keep watching. Thanks. Bye guys.